Good. So, yeah, welcome all at another Technical Tuesday. It is -4 in my dojo, hence the hat. I had some gloves on, but I can't control the panels with that. So hopefully we be warm quickly. Again, yeah, it's gonna be a great training, a good week. We had a very nice podcast last weekend. There was also a very nice podcast by Shihan Felix. It's definitely worth a listen. He's an amazing instructor, amazing karateka, amazing guy. He did a few shout outs as well.
His story is quite unique, really, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. To be fair, there's some really good insights on him as a person as well, and why he probably was as successful as he was. So I think definitely worth a listen. And well, while you're at it, listen to us as well. Like and share. That's pretty important. We want to ask you like, share, and just tell us how you like it. No Thunder Thursday this week, but we will go to Saturday with the French, the Valentine, Jean-Paul Jacot. He will be there this weekend, so it's going to be awesome. Be there, be square. It's going to be good. Darren?
Yeah, it's going to be a really good week. It's a cold week, so what we have proposed to stay a little bit warmer is that after each set, we're just going to do 10 push-ups. Wesley wanted to do 50, and I was like, whoa, it's just Technical Tuesday. Let's just ease it in, shall we? So just 10 push-ups before we switch over to the other person each time. Yeah, we're going to be working on kicking today. Nothing too taxing, of course, because it is Technical Tuesday, but we're going to try and give you some ideas on ways to kick and from a variety of different positions, basically. For example, we may do a maigiri from Sanshin, a maigiri from Kakadachi, and the way we deliver it may be slightly different. So let's start off nice and easy. No spinning kick, Wes, not just yet, okay? Take it easy.
It's so warm in here, so I'd like to
yeah. It's just, it's like the Bahamas in his dojo. It's unbelievable. No, but obviously any questions, in the chat, over here, mine's down here. And I think that's about it, right, Wes?
No, that is it. Have fun. Enjoy again today because, we can't wait again in the world's largest dojo. Hell yeah.
World's largest dojo, apparently, so we've been branded. Let's see if we can make it happen for real. Okay, cool. Right, let's get started then, shall we?
What's that?
Yeah. Move my heater out of the way.
There was actually snow.
Yeah.
So this is open, and this is open as well. So there was actually snow on my first line of mats. So that's how cold it is here. Yeah. So that's pretty. Just wanted to let you guys know. Dedicated.
Yeah. So funny when he sent the message going, "There's snow inside my dojo." I thought his roof had fallen through or something, but fortunately, nothing quite that bad. Okay, right. Let's get going. Right. Let's rotate the knees first. Ich, ni, san, shi, gu, rup, shish, ach, ki, ju, ante. Ich, ni, san, shi, gu, rup, shish, ach, ki, ju. Just forward and back. Ich, ni, san, shi, gu, rup, shish, ach, ki, ju. Ich, ni, san, shi, gu, rup, shish, ach, ki, ju. Just up and down on the ankles. Ich, ni, san, shi, gu, rup, shish, ach, ki, ju. Rotate the hips. Ich, ni, san, shi, gu, ante. Ich, ni, san, shi, gu. Forward and back. Okay. Ich, ni, san, shi, gu, rup, shish, ach, ki, ju. Sideways, just to the right. Ich, ni, san, shi, gu, rup, shish, ach, ki, ju. To the left. Ich, ni, san, Shi, Gu, Ruk, Shish, Ach, Ju, Ju. Let's just loosely Soto just with the knee. Ready? Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Gu, Ruk, Ish, Ach, Ki, Ju, Uchi, Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Gu, Ruk, Ish, Ki, Ju. Okay, so from there, just loosening on the outside. Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Gu, Ruk, Shish, Ach, Ki, Ju. Ante, other leg. Ich, Ni, San, Shi, Gu, Ruk, Ish, Ach, Ki, Ju. And just shake loose. Okay, I'm going to start off with Hizagami-geri because it's nice and easy. No hamstring work, a little bit of hip work, and it's fairly easy. So I'm going to do two versions of this. I'm going to do the first one, which is going to be straight up, and the second one, we're going to just be pushing it forward to loosen up these hip flexors first, a little bit of the lower back as well, and then we can move on to the next kick. Okay, so first one, we're just going to be in a Hekadachi, a little bit of a bend on the leg, just coming up nice and easy, up to the shoulder. Try to get it to the shoulder. Don't bring it center at the moment. We'll concentrate on that one next when we push it forward a little bit. We're just bringing it up on the outside, so we open the hip up a little bit, lower back, loosen off a little bit, no hamstrings. Okay, so nice and easy. What we're going to do is we're going to do 10 on the right, 10 on the left. Then we're going to move forward to the next one before we shoot over to Wesley nice and quickly. Try and stay a little bit warm in this freezing environment for mainly Wesley. Okay, ready? Ich, I, San, Shi, Gu, Ruk, Ish, Ach, Ki, Ju. And left leg. Ich, I, San, Shi, Gu, Ruk, Ish, Ach, Ki, Ju. Okay, right, so that was the first one, coming up nice and easy. This time we wanted to push forward a little bit. So as we push forward, we're going to have to tilt the leg, the top half of the body ever so slightly. Try not to do this. It's a very common problem, especially when we get to my-geris, that people do this. Even if you are leaning back a little bit, you still want to make sure that your core is strong, and we're pushing forward here. Core nice and strong up, and just a little bit forward, okay? Again, we all know I'm not going to kick someone in the face like this, but it doesn't mean we don't practice it because I have extremely short legs. Okay, same thing. So we're going to go 10 on the right, 10 on the left, 10 push-ups. Shoot over this way for me, but it's probably this way for everybody else. Okay, ready? Let's go. It'll be more of a center line now with the Hiza. Ready? H, E, San. Making sure we rotate the hip and the knee and the foot. Shi, Gu, Ruk, Ish, Ach, Ki, Ju. And the other leg, just warming up at the moment. H, E, San, Shi, Gu, Ruk, Ish, Ach, Ki, and down we go. Just 10 push-ups in your own time. No cheating. Okay, ready, go. Get yourself a really quick little drink if you need it. Over to the next one with Wesley, where we might start getting a bit interesting. Now we've done a little bit of a warm-up. Remember, take it easy. We're not warm yet.
Definitely not. So
Yeah.
what I'm going to do now, at first, I'm going to make a combination, just a little combination, 10 on the one side, 10 on the other side, with using the kick we did with Darren, depends on where you are. Then I'll go into a little Keon static kick, and then 10 push-ups, and then before we go over, do the 10 push-ups, and then Darren will use my kick within a little combination, just for you guys to know. Yeah, cool. So obviously we just did with Darren, we used the gammon hizagiri. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna think of my opponent coming in. I'm gonna lean back a little bit. I'm gonna inside low kick, and then straight away follow up with a knee to the chin. At this time, when I do the inside low kick, probably bring your opponent go down a little bit by taking away their legs, and then you can follow up with a high knee to the chin. Yeah? Good. So 10 on the left, 10 on the right, and then we're gonna go to mine a little bit. Yeah? Ready? There we go. Think about straight knee. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Sish. Ash. Cool. Nice one. Shida. Nice. Norte, right leg in front. Inside low kick, follow up with a knee to the face. Do the low kick, be on the back leg, go forward with the knee. Yeah? There we go. Ish. Knee. Sun. Shi. Go. Roku. Sish. Ash. Cool. Uno más. Yeah. Good. Alrighty then. Nice. So, what are we going to do? We are going to be in a Sanshindachi position. So from Sanshindachi position, I want you to really think about using the hips and bring your back foot into the right position. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on inside low kick. Get a washigiri inside. Yeah, you can't be standing over here kicking like that. Or maybe you can, but you will only do it for quite a little while, and then you'll probably break something. So we've got to think about when we are into that Sanshindachi, twist in, bring it forward, and come back into that position again. Twist in, knee up, kick, and twist in again. Yeah? So we are going to do this 10 times on the right leg. It's the front leg kicking all the time in this round. 10 on the right, 10 on the left. Ready? Good. Yo desu, yo hei. Sanshindachi migi kamaite. Shia! And fighting position into Sanshindachi. Every time, think about being in the right position. There we go. H. Mi. San. Shi. Go. Ruk. Sish. Ash. Cool. Aisha. Mawate. Left leg in front. Yeah? And again, we do the same, twist, inside, and come back again into the position. Yeah? Ready? There we go. Ish. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Fish. Ash. Cool. Usha.
Yeah.
And array. So before we go to the push-ups, what we're gonna do right now is 10-10, right leg, left leg. What I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna be right leg in front, twist in, 1, twist in, 2, and back. Yeah? So I wanna twist in my foot, 45 degrees, kick, put it back, twist, kick, and put it back again. Yeah? Doing double sanction. So 10 right leg in front, 10 left leg in front, alternating kicking. Yeah? Enjoy this, right? Sanction that you need. My take. Shia. My take. There we go. Ish. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Rook. Sish. Ash. Cool. Last one. Shia. Mawate. Left leg in front. Gonna do the same. Front leg, back leg. Ready? Ish. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Roku. Sish. Ash. Cool. Last one. Shia. And array. Right, 10 push-ups in your own time. Quickly drink, and then we shoot over to Darren. Aisha.
How are we all doing? Are we all warming up?
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, I bet. My feet are freezing. But mine isn't quite as cold as yours, but it's not the warmest in the world. Okay, so we've got an inside moshigiri. That's the technique we're gonna throw in the mix with the combination. Okay, so let's start off. So we're going to be in a bit of a short of a stance. We're going to try and mimic where Wesley was starting off with, kind of in the Sanshindachi. So obviously myself and Wes, we normally like quite a longer base stance, but we're gonna leave ourselves in a short stance at the moment because we want to mimic where Wesley is coming from, and we're going to be doing the same kick, which is an inside low kick. Now, if you paid attention to the way that Wesley was delivering it, it wasn't coming around here. It's very narrow, so we can avoid the knees and cut up and then out. Okay, these don't come too far around. You're probably going to end up smashing your feet up on people's knees and missing quite a lot. Okay, so we're starting off in a fairly short stance. What we're going to do is we're going to go back into a Yakuza, making sure that our weight then is transferred to the back leg as we go back. So we're going back, making sure that our weight stays on the front leg to stop that person. We're then looking to transfer this weight. Now, remember what Wesley said when we were pivoting from the Sanshin. he was pivoting inside. Okay, so when we start off in the short stance, we go back into Gyaku ski, the ankle, nice straight line. From this movement, the exact same movement happens that Wesley has been doing in his Sanshindachi to then cut on the inside. So we're short stance, back into the Gyaku, rotate and open this hip, take the weight, cut the inside. Obviously, when you've cut the inside, we want to make sure that we're here and then we come back and then back up into a shorter base stance. Everybody understand? Yes? Good, my friends. 10 with the right hand, left leg. 10 with the left hand, right leg. Then we'll get on to the next technique chosen by me. Okay, ready? Remember, a short base stance to start off with. Okay, probably be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart because of the lack of length on this. Okay, ready? Edge. And then back up into the short base stance. San. Shi. Ka. Red. Ash. Ash. Head. Shi. Shia. And on T, other leg, right leg forward. Left arm, right leg, cut inside. Okay, ready? H. E. San. Shi. Up. Up. Ash. Ash. Head. G. Shia. Good, good. And just relax. Just change the angle because I'm so damn tall. I'm not fitting in the screen. Right, so this time I'm going to use a Maigeri Jodan. So hopefully our hamstrings are a little bit warmer. And I'm going to use a Zenkusudachi. Okay, now, like Wesley, I'm going to use the front leg and the back leg. We're going to do 10 on the back leg, 10 on the back leg, and then we're going to do 5 alternate, 5 alternate. Now, obviously, with a Zenkusudachi, we're starting off in a nice long stance anyway. 60%, 40%. So naturally, it's quite good for longer base techniques in a straight direction because we're here is driving straight forward. We'll come to the other one in a minute when we're going to be kicking off the front leg because then we have to change the balance of our technique a little bit before we can, balance of our stance, before we can do the technique. Okay? So, when we start off with the back leg, please remember, we have a good Zenkusudachi, knee over the ankle or the instep. What lots of people tend to do is they tend to do this already because they're thinking about leaning back and trying to get the kick as high as possible. Remember, this isn't an Age Jordan Geri, which goes straight up. A Maigeri goes up and forward. So we want to make sure that it's doing that exact thing, up and forward, regardless of whether we step forward or we retreat back into the stance. The way we achieve that is to make sure that this leg is all the way here, not here, and trying to kick up here. It's wrong anyway, but it will achieve your Age Jordan Geri a little bit easier, but it's wrong. Okay, so in here, we again want to make sure that we're pivoting this foot. Now, to start off with the lower grades, what you're probably going to want to do is pivot the foot first and then deliver the kick. As you start getting more experience, what will happen is you will start to do that pivot and that kick together, and then that's where you're going to get a bit more extra power as well because of the rotation at that time. Right. So in here, up, as it goes past the hip line is when we're going to start to pivot this foot, open the hips, get the weight forward and up, not just up and leaning back. Everybody understand this? Hopefully that makes lots of sense. Yes, and remember, after we do the Maigiri, we are coming back into a Zenku Sudachi with this position here, not 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's bad. 10 on the right, 10 on the left. Then we'll concentrate on the doubles after that, and I'll go through how we transition. Okay, so Furadachi, Maigiri and Barai. Yoi! Hey, Shia! Carrying yoi, yoi, and getting ready to kick. Gammon cover. So either pivot first or pivot as we're doing the kick. I'm not too fussed which we're doing at the moment, but the pivot must exist and the direction up and forwards. Okay, ready? Nice and easy still. You can start to get a bit faster if you're nice and warm like Wesley. Ready? Ni! San! Shi! Go! Rack! Aish! Aish! Head! Chi!
Yeah.
Yeah, and ante, change legs. Same thing. Keep this leg forward, up and forward, and back into a nice stance. Okay, just because your right leg normally does all the kicking, most people start to go a little bit astray in their stances on this side because it's not their natural side that they stay on. Okay, ready? H! U! San! Shi! Up! Rack! Aish! Aish! Head! Chill!
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Unpaid, change legs. Now, because we're going to lead off both legs, as in back leg and then front leg, it actually makes the transition a little bit easier at the moment. Probably if you do it solely off the front leg, you'll find that transition a little bit more difficult. Because what's effectively happening is this leg does come back where we can just transition the weight going straight back through. Okay, so please try and think about that. If we're coming here and we're doing the kick, it's a lot more difficult for people. I'm giving you a little bit of a break and focusing on transitioning between the two kicks. Here, back, in. Here, back, raise. So once we put the weight on the back foot, we transition the weight backwards, lift up the front leg, again, a Maigiri Jordan, and move through. Don't forget, twist through, Maigiri Jordan, back, open, kick in. Wesley wants to say something?
Yeah, so for my focus, we don't go back into full Senku Sudachi. It is a flowing movement, right?
Flowing movement right now. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Sweet.
Okay. 5 on one side. So 1 is right leg, left leg. 2, right leg, left leg. 5 on the other leg. 10 push-ups. Move over to my man who's going to flower it out for us into something nice. Okay, right. Ready? Furadachi, Maigiri and Barai. Yoi! Hey! Shia! Carrying yoi. Yoi! And getting ready to kick. And gammon cover. Okay, nice and easy. 1, 2, back in position. Okay, flow between the weight of the front leg and the back leg right now. Don't make the in-between strict, as Wesley mentioned. Okay, ready? H! U! San! Shia. Ante. Change legs. Same thing. Back leg, front leg. Ready? H. Ni. San. Shi. Oh. Shia. And Nari. Up we come. Down we go. 10 push-ups in your own time. Off we go. May.
Aisha.
Let's have a little drink. Boom. This way to Wesley, where he's, I don't know what he's going to do. It's a surprise.
Everybody good? Everybody good?
I'm warming up nicely.
Yourself? Yeah, it's pretty good. The little heater, the moving is pretty good, but the feet and the fingers are very cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't do anything about that. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna use the Maigiri Jordan we just did with Darren, and what I want you to do is to focus on the back leg again. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be standing toe to toe to my partner. Yeah. So we are in punching range from each other. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna twist over a nice little up and under punch. So it's one with the front. I'm not using my legs now. I'm just tapping the chest. I'm now stepping back. Same arm under. As I step back under, I want my opponent or partner to move a little with that. So when I hit under, I now can move Jordan Maigiri into the face. So I'm going to be 1, 2, 3. As I hit, I'm going to move my back leg and I kick him or her in the face. Okay? Then on the left, then we're going over to the next kick and the next stance. Ready?
6 in total. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, it's that's good, Frederick. Thank you. It's just information. 6 in total from his doctor. Yeah. But we were talking about the techniques for a moment.
You people from Sweden now. Very good to have you people.
Yeah. Welcome all
for being here with us. Yeah. All right. And knee, sun, she, go, roku, six, ash, go, yeah, Malate, right leg in front. So again, move the feet, chest, twist, bring your left leg back. After you hit the spleen in this side. Yeah? Then ready? Here we go. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Roku. Six. Ash. Go. Last one. Yes. Good. Right then. So, quick little drink, guys. So, that was nice. Right then. So, we just did a long stance with Darren. I'm going to go for a short stance again. We go for Kakadachi right now. So that's 70 on the back, 30 in the front. Think about not Neko Ashidashi by being on the ball of the foot fully.
There's like 2 tips under your heel. So that's what you're looking for. Obviously, not always manageable, but definitely something we're looking for today. Yeah. So what we're going to do again, because we are already on the 70% of the back leg, we're going to use the front leg again to focus on right now. Yeah. What we're doing, it's not easy, is we're using Uchi Haisoku Mawashi or Uchi Mawashi Giri. A very, very good kick for myself and hopefully for you as well. Yeah. So we're going to use that. You can't go Jordan with this. Please go Chudan or please go Gedan. It works because you kind of bring your opponent in a disbalance because your knees are going the other way. So your opponent will think when you bring up the right leg that a Mawashi Giri, so a round kick, will come. And it's actually going the other way. Yeah. So that's what we're working on. So before we go into stance, it's very important that when we do this kick, please mind the socks. Yeah, it's still freezing. So
lovely.
Is you're actually, when you are going into Musubidachi, this is the stance you want your feet to be in, and when you kick, you try to bring your knees to the outside. Yeah. So actually, I'm kicking 45 degrees. So when I stand in front, I'm still doing the same thing. I'm bringing my body into a position so I can go 45 degrees with the kick. Also, what we want to do is we really want to think about, this is my opponent, but otherwise you can't see me. You don't want to kick here. You want to kick here. Yeah, so you want to go full way in and out. Yeah, because if you kick here, when you hit your opponent, you won't drop him or her. When you kick here, bang, really go in there. There's a really nice slap behind that. So think about this, please. Yeah? Good. So, what we're going to do, so left or right leg in front. We are in the right position already. The only thing you're doing is you think you're hitting over here. You can do this Jodan, Chudan, or Gidan. Best go at least Chudan. When you kick, 1 and bring it back. 1 and bring it back. Yeah? So we're doing 10 on the right, 10 on the left. Maybe do a double leg one, but we'll see how far we go. Yeah? Cool.
Right. Question, yes.
The how do you call this in English?
Instep.
Instep, yeah.
Haisoku.
Taisoku. Is that what you say?
Haisoku. It's the instep. Haisoku, yeah. It's only like, yeah. Instep. Okay.
Yeah. So that part of your feet. Back foot twist. Yeah, definitely. So when we stand over here, we go into Kokutsudachi, bring it out, kick, bring it in. Yeah? Out, kick, in. That's where we want to go. Yeah? Everything clear. Please keep asking stuff because then we can do it properly. Yeah?
Yeah.
Good,
Not
good.
take it for granted.
Definitely. Cool. Quality over quantity, baby.
Oh, yeah.
So we're starting off with the right leg. So the right leg will be in the Kokutsudachi in front. Yeah? Cool. Yodashi joy. Kokutsudachi kamaite. Shia.
Shia.
So we're going to use the right leg. You can go Jodan, Chudan, or Gedan. Think about it. Ready? There we go. H. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Ruk. Shish. Ash. Ku. Shia.
Shia.
And Mawate. Other leg in front. Cool. Left leg in front. Kokutsudachi right now. Twist. Open up. Really open up those hips. Muy importante. Kamaite. Shia. Ish. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Sish. Ash. Ku. Shia. Shia. And now ready. We won't go double leg, but we will now use the back leg. 70% of our weight on that back leg. So we have to really go forward, and as soon as the 70% is now 30% and the 30% is now 70%, you can use the back leg. Yeah? Don't move it too quickly. One thing again, when we are here, again, don't go only over there. Really open up your hips all the way over there. Yeah? So, Kakadachi, back leg, and now right leg will be in front. Then left leg will be in front. Yeah? And this is how we're going to do this 10 times. Obviously, we're not going to move forward because we don't have the room, but we will be alternating your legs. Okay? Joy. Kakadachi Kamaite, left leg in front. Yeah. We'll start with the right leg. Are we ready? Are we ready? Yeah. Kick, man. There we are. Ish. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Rook. Stish. Ash. Ku. Aisha. Shia. And now Ray. 10 push-ups on your own count. Quick little drink combination by stringer. Ready? Hajime. Aisha.
You all okay? Feeling fine? Hopefully. Okay, let's move on to a combination. So, I'm actually going to use this off the back leg, which doesn't normally happen, to be fair. Most people will use this off the front leg because it's nice and tricky and quick. But seeing as we did some off of the back leg in the stance, I think it's important for us to learn how to do this, because the trouble with the back leg is you're trying to come across this way, and obviously the front leg's in the way. More shigeri is fine, maigeri is fine, even an axe kick on the inside is mainly fine, okay? It's a little bit more difficult because what needs to happen with the back leg is the knee will come through and then you'll look to kink the ankle out. And as Wesley said, to come across this way, to come across the face. Remember, it's not just, if I'm looking at me, it's not just here I'm looking at kicking, it's a minimum of center line, maybe the other side of the head, okay? So the reason why I'm picking the back leg is to overcome the problems that people face with this front leg. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come with a hook with the back arm. Now, in a normal circumstance, I really like to use these type of techniques to push the person in the opposite direction. So then what happens is I push the person this way and then kick them this way and use their force against themselves. Okay, so they basically push this way and get kicked that way. That's the plan. Okay. By also doing that, I might be able to create myself a little bit of room with this back leg. I'm not going to do that, but if you do need that, you can create that space yourself if you're struggling for the flexibility to rotate the hip round, for example. Okay, it's up to you. You use the techniques that best suit the way your body can do them, not necessarily the way that I always can do them. Okay, that's very important to understand. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come in with a hook, and I'm going to come straight up with the knee as a starting point, because we can't open this up too quickly, because then you're going to miss the head. Okay, it's going to be rubbish. So we're going to hook up, then we're going to use the hips are going to open this way. Okay, so as we kick, this hip's going to rotate this way, and the other hip is going to pivot around here. So it allows us the space to quickly rotate that hip nicely. Okay, so we're going to come in, 1, 2, up straight, then flick it round as we get past the hip and the knee. Okay, everybody understand this?
Can you maybe show them slowly when? I think that's where a lot of people have a hard time when they pass the knee. That's the time you actually open the hip. So Darren shows it really good. So when you pass the knee, at that time you're going to twist the knee outside, and then the kick will follow. Yeah. Please don't do this too quick or too late, because then you're going to be unsuccessful in this kick like that.
Like this. This is going to go too straight. Remember, the guy's arm might be in the way. You know, you need to come around the body. So as we hit, comes up, twist. This back foot will pivot out this way, open up the hip. At the same time, this will flick in this way, and that will enable you to change the direction of the kick. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Very good point by Wesley, because it is a very difficult kick, and people do struggle with the change of direction that needs to happen. Okay? Because most people, we've been used to coming around this way for so long before we get to first year syllabus where we're going to do this. Okay? Punch, and then in and around. Okay? 10 on the right, 10 on the left, and then after much debate and talking from me, we'll move on to my technique. Okay, ready? And the same on the other leg. Look around, up, open, and then we're coming around this way. A little bit more difficult on the left leg to change the direction, but let's work on it. Okay, ready? Good. Hopefully that all makes some sense for you. Okay, right, I'm going to stick on the challenging aspects, and we're going to use a kakigeri, okay, as my basic technique. Now there's two versions of this, kakigeri chusoku and kakigeri kakato. There's a minor difference to the way that you deliver the kick. The most important bit is the first bit, okay? Pivoting this foot, opening up the hip to allow this, again, misdirection of a kick to happen. Not very much used in knockdown, to be fair. Very, very used in clicker with the chusoku, but it can be used in both versions of fighting. So let's go through this, and I'm going to use more or less a Kakadachi. Actually, I will use a Kakadachi because we're sticking with strict stances. More or less Kakadachi will make it a lot easier for yourselves, but we will work with a Kakadachi. Okay? So, let me just...
I was kind of scared. You were going to do a different stance because I was literally thinking about something similar. But that's for me then. That's good.
Yeah, I think you probably know where you're going. But so we're going to be in a Kakadachi. Now, the beauty of starting off in a Kakadachi is that the hips are already fairly open. All we need to worry about is this happening. Okay, so again, you can start off with Chudan, Jordan, or if you are really struggling, you know, you can go below the belt. The key element for this is you need to think that there's kind of, I haven't really got anything now, that there's kind of a pole here, and what you want is to go around the pole, kick, and then come back, okay? Most people, they're quite happy doing this bit, but they're not happy doing this bit, and they end up doing this bit, okay? So you need to think that there's kind of a barrier here, a fence, a pole, whatever, that it goes around, and then it needs to come back the same route that it took out. Much like in Washigeri, we don't go like this. Let me rephrase that. We shouldn't go like this, okay? Shouldn't being the operative word. So, when we're here in a Kakadachi, we're going to really open this back leg here. Let me show you here. We're really going to open this back foot here to allow the shape to happen. Okay, so the same thing happens. The foot opens. We shift the balance to that leg, up, around, and then back. Up, around, and then back. We'll stick to Chusoku at the moment because I like the control element. 10 on the left, 10 on the right. We won't do alternate because then it becomes really difficult, but it is a really challenging kick to do, so I suggest you challenge yourself to try and do it. Okay? Let's vary the heights you want. I'm going to try and do Jordan, but, you know, it is cold, so let's see how it goes. Right, so, Furadachi, Kimono. Yoi! So we're going back with the right leg, twisting into Kimono Mai. Hey! Yeah, okay. So the first kick is the left, and then each time try to be strict, coming to a really good Kimono. Feet are parallel. Then we open, deliver the kick, back, parallel. Much like we did with Sanshin, we had to adjust the stance to allow the kick. Okay? Again, Gidan, Chudan, or Jordan, it's entirely your choice. Okay, ready? And H! Out and then back. He! San! She! Go! Keep the hips on that flat line. Rock! Don't twist them this way. Aish! Aish! Hurt! Chew! Shia! And ante. Change legs. Remember, keep these hips on this flat line here. It makes opening up for the kick a lot easier. If you close and then open, it's really harsh on your hips. So let's try and make it a little bit easier. Okay? 10 on the right. Right leg kicking this time. H! He! San! She! Her! Rek! Aish! Aish! Her! Balance. Chew! Shia! And narrow. Up we come. Do try and think about these two kicks a lot because lots and lots of people have so many troubles with these two kicks. It's very difficult and technically demanding. Oh, 10 push-ups. What am I doing? Nearly missed them out. Okay, let's go. Ready? That's me! Yeah. Please have a quick drink. And we're over to Wesley Jansen for making this into something pretty.
Wesley Jansen, the Swedish star. Oh, no, wait.
Yes.
All right, then.
Wesley Jansen or Wesley Jansen? It's a fair question he asked, to be fair. Because
that was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good. So, yeah, this is a very hard technique. I think, within clicker, this is probably the most beautiful technique to...
Oh, it's just so good when you score it in it.
I've never did a clicker fight. I did a lot of clicker sparring, and obviously got beaten my ass handed it by Mr. Stringer.
He means Jeff White, not me.
Really cool. Unfortunately, I've never fought because at the time we from Holland came to the UK for junior tournaments. I was already a cadet. I was already 16, so knockdowns. But I've seen a fair few fights in Switzerland, UK, England, Wales, and all of those tournaments. And the best thing is when someone scores with a kakagiri and the crowd goes wild. It's like a roll kick knockout in knockdown kumite. The kakagiri, oh my God, really amazing. So let's go there because it's really hard. You have to be light on your feet in a little bit of a longer stance as Darren did. There was a beautiful video of Darren training with Mountain Ash Dojo last week where he did a lot of clicker stuff. So let's go there. Be light on your feet. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the back leg kakagiri. It's going to be hard. You have to be controlled. Take your time. We're not going that fast. Kakagiri. Bring the back leg to the front and then gyakuski when you go out. Yeah? So do this slowly for you guys. Thing is, you're standing over here. Back leg kakagiri, go forward, and then punch in the gyakuski. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this 10 on the right, 10 on the left, and really you gotta twist your body and then go all the way there. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. Right.
Think of that Kibadachi that we just used. If you paid attention to the way that Wesley transitioned, when he goes through and you see that beautiful open stance towards the end of that technique, look where his hip is. It's really open. And remember, Wesley is a really good kicker. So if he has to be in that position, the people that aren't so good at this technique or kicking, think how much more difficult it's going to be for you if you don't get into that position. Cool.
Yeah. For the people maybe in here who don't know what clicker is, might be a few. Sparring fighting used in the UK, basically mostly used in the UK. Wuko, there's a little bit of JKA in there. When you go for the clean scores, and that's the beautiful thing about a lot of the fighters, like back in the days, a lot of the fighters from the UK. Sorry for talking a bit too much, but these guys were really technical fighters, and that was because of all of the clicker fights. If you look at Darren, Leon Long Dragon, there's a lot more to Haley was an amazing clicker. I think she
won World Tournament, actually. Junior World Tournament champion she was.
And that was for a reason. And you see the way she transitioned it into the knockdown fighting, it really works. Yeah? So let's go there. Right, ready? There we go. Knee. Sun. She. Go. Roku. Ash. Cool. Aisha.
Yeah!
Oh, good.
Bond!
So now, left leg in the back, kakagiri, and bring out left leg after Kakagiri, front, and a really long Yakuza.
Push.
Ready?
Push.
Right here. Ice. Knee. Sun. Knee. Go. Up. Six. Ash. Two. Yeah. Good, good. All right then. Quick little drink, guys. And then we go for probably my last thing.
Yeah.
And I am the spin doctor.
Here we go.
Actually, I was kind of scared Darren was going to use the Kakagiri into a Kakadachi.
I knew he was going to use Kakadachi.
So
I so nearly used Kakadachi, to be fair, but I was like, no, let's open the hips, make it a bit easy for him.
That's really good then that you didn't. So now we are going to be in a Kakadachi, and we're actually going to use the Kakadachi as a twist for Ushiro Mawashigiri. So the Kakagiri is probably, I think, the best kick to practice doing Ushiro Mawashigiris. Because of the control element, bringing up your knee, then making the kick, that's what you want to do in the Ushiro Mawashigiri. You don't want to be standing over here and already think about taking the kick up and then kicking maybe with the side of your foot and stuff like that. You want to twist and Kakagiri actually a little bit into that kick. So twist, 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 and then make the knockout. Yeah. So that's a very, very good kick you can use with all of your students to practice the start of the Ushiro Mawashigiri. Yeah. So what we're going to do is going to be into a Kakadachi. Yeah. Normally you'd say Kakadachi will be fully forward. At this time, we can twist and then use the kick. So at this time, I'm in Kakadachi. The left leg is the back leg, so to say. Body is forward. At this time, twist. And as I'm looking to the screen again, that's the moment I'm going to kick. Yes? So very slowly again. I'll go 1, 2, and I'd like to go back into the Kakadachi. Yeah?
Push.
It's hard. So let's go 5 on the left and then 5 on the right. But please, people, do this slowly. We'll do 5 slow kicks, slow movements, slowish. Yeah? And then we will do 2 proper ones. Okay? So 5 left, slowish. 2 good ones, 5 right, slowish, and 2 proper ones. Yeah? Good. Right now. So, Yoda straight. So Kakadachi Kamaite means right leg forward and then into Kakadachi. Yeah? So that's how we're gonna do, that's how we're gonna go into the Kamaite. Yeah? One more time. Kakadachi joy. Kamaite.
Yeah.
Good. So left leg. There we go. Edge twist. 1 and back into Kakadachi. Knee. Sun. Shi. Angle.
Yeah.
Good. Now 2 proper ones. Yeah? Ready? There we go. Ish. Knee.
Yeah.
And now Ray.
Oh,
Good. That was actually pretty good, guys. What I saw over there, very nice. Other leg, okay? Other leg. Yoi desu, yoi. Left leg in front. Kamaite.
Yeah.
There we go. Slowish. Ich. Knee. Sun. She. Last one. Go.
Yeah.
Okay, two proper ones, yeah? So two proper ones. Ready? Ish. Knee.
Yeah.
And yame. Good.
Also.
So, the last thing we will do before we go to Darren is going into yoi, step forward and do it properly. Come back to yoi, step forward, do it properly other side. 2 on the left, 2 on the right, only 4. Yeah? So we are there. On my count, step 2, 2, and back. Yeah? Go into Kakadachi and then really twist in. Yeah?
Push.
Come on. Yoi desu, yoi. Let's start with the left leg. Ready? Ish. Right leg. Knee. Left leg. Ish. Last one. Right leg. Shia.
Yeah.
And now ready.
Push.
Good. All right then. Hopefully, this gave you guys a little practice on doing this. Yeah? 10 push-ups. Then we're going to go over to Mr. Stringer. Yeah?
Yeah.
Ready? Hajime. Aisha.
Woo.
Good.
Give ourselves a little drink. We've got a little bit of time left, but not too much to finish this off. How are we all? Was we all okay with that? Last 3 techniques weren't easy, to be fair, but hopefully we made masters of you all. Okay. Right, so a fighting combination. Lots of techniques we could do here. To be fair, lots and lots and lots. But we're only going to do 2. So, what we're going to do is we're going to step forward. We're going to do an oitsuki. Okay. 1. Then we're going to use what Wesley said, pushing this through and then around. Okay, so it's very Nick DaCosta-esque, if I'm perfectly honest. But it gives you that same movement that we were doing at the start with Wesley. Okay, and then towards the end. So we're going to step in, open the shoulders a little bit. Don't step forward here. It's a long spin from being square on. Okay, so do yourselves a little bit of a favour. As we step through, open the hips, then we're able to whip through and around. Almost identical to what Wesley did. We're just missing out the step into Kakadachi first and using that momentum to come around with the kick. Okay, so we're going to do 5 on the. We're going to do alternate, which will work out 5 on the right, 5 on the left, 10 in total. Then we're probably at a point where we can start warming down, do a little bit of a stretch today, and finish off. Any questions?
Yeah. So,
be careful of them balls out there, Andrew. Narrow space.
So Darren, we're left leg forward, stepping in, oitsuki, and then left leg ushiro mawashi, right? Just
exactly.
for the people.
With left leg forward, step forward, right hand punch, left hand, left leg kick. Step back, left leg, left, right leg kick. Okay? All understand? Make lots of perfect nonsense. Okay, excellent. Ready? Let's go. Ready? Ouch! And back we go. 2、3、4、5、2 more. Go. Ultima. Last one. 2. Good. 10 push-ups to finish with, and then we'll move on to some stretching. Okay? Ready? In your own time. Ready? Good, good. Okay, so before we get started in the stretching, does anybody have any questions on those so far that we did? You can ask us after the stretching, of course. It's not a one-time only option. Nope. Good, good. Okay. Let's get on with some flexibility stuff. Right. Okay. Right, on your backs. So, we started the other week with knee up, knee to the side, knee to the right. Okay, we're going to carry on with that today. We're going to see if we can extend a little bit beyond there. So, lay back, knee up, centre line to start off with. Okay, keep your hip flat on the ground, pulling it up. Ouch. Drop the knee on the outside. Ouch. Still laying flat. Knee on the outside. So the right leg dropping out to the right. And bringing it across and over to the left. Right knee over to the left. Try and keep your body as fairly flat so we feel the twist on the lower back as well. Back to the center and change legs. Left knee up. Nice and straight at the moment. Drop the knee out to the left. Open that hip. and over opposites. So take the left over to the right. And back to the center and in. So this time, try to bring your right leg up, but we're going to put the foot on the ground. Be careful of the knee, support the knee so it doesn't start to pull and twist you in different directions. But once you have support on the knee, just try to pull it up towards, kind of, not towards your shoulder, but the outline of your shoulder so you feel the stretch on the hip open up a little bit. You won't be able to move it much, so please don't jerk it and expect it to go loads, but hopefully you can get a little bit of movement. You feel that little pinch in the front of the hip flexor a little bit, and the hip.
I can't be on the floor, man. It's so cold.
Oh yeah, I bet it is.
It's freezing.
That's the trouble when you're out in these places, when you stop, innit? When you stop, it starts to get cold really quick, especially if you've got a bit of a sweat on.
That's it. Like the first couple were pretty good, but then lying on the floor, you can feel the cold get into your body.
Yeah, and relax that here. Take it across the other side. Again, put the foot on the floor. This time, try to push your knee down towards your other knee. Hold the ankle and just push down here. Again, you'll feel the hip flexor stretch in a different way. And all of these little movements here help those kicks, the likes of Uchiha Soku, Kakageri, Ishiro Mawashi as well. You just need to loosen up the little bits around the hip. Yeah, you may not have the best hip joint in the world to be able to do them kicks, but if your muscle structure and your tendons are really, really tight around it as well, it's going to be a lot more difficult for you. Just try and relax them off a little bit now and again. And relax. Just bring it back to the center. Just drop the hip out side to side, just to loosen off a little bit. And we've got the same with the left leg. Okay, relax. So bring the left leg up nice and high, as high as you can, and get it out to the side. Support the knee and pull up. Be very careful. And relax that off. Take it to the other side of the leg and push it down. Hold the ankle and push down. Itch. Oh, that's nice. Outside there as well. And relax, back to the middle. Just drop the hip either side. The last little bit, so we're just going to try and bring the legs over, just release off the lower back. So we're just going to be here, see if we can touch the ground. If not, just try and get to a position where it's relaxing, so you're feeling the back really overextend, arch. Okay, when you're ready, edge. And relax back over. And just loosen off. And we're done. Another Technical Tuesday. Hopefully another whirlwind of information. And hopefully it helps you improve. You know, that's the main focus on Technical Tuesdays, is to assist your technique getting better. Some really difficult kicks in there. I think we'll all agree on that. Wasn't easy. Uchi Soku, Kakageri, and then the Ishiro Geri. 3 very, very difficult kicks. Started off nice and easy with Hiza, Mais, Mawashis, and then all of a sudden we was like, boom, yeah, let's get into the serious stuff. It's important that you transition from those early kicks, the knee up, the hip going forward, the rotation on the kicks, will then lead you into them much more difficult kicks. You know, so, I was thinking about this while I was stretching. It's really good you having like really loose muscle structure and maybe you've got flexibility, etc. But if you don't have the control to go with that flexibility, your kick becomes useless as well. You know, I've seen many really flexible people that they just kick in all over the place and they've got no control or muscle structure within their techniques. And, you know, you could argue that kind of hyper flexible people like ballerinas and things like that, they may not transition as well as you think they would into doing karate kicking. They've got great flexibility. So there's a fine line between really flexible and really stiff, and we're trying to find you somewhere in the middle, maybe towards a little bit more flexibility, but mainly in the middle.
Yeah, very true. And I must say, the session again went by really quickly, and it's definitely not the most easy things we do, but we try to still be creative and really challenge you guys in doing stuff maybe a little bit different than you've always done. Hopefully you can now see that when you work on the stances, you can only deliver the kick properly, and this is, for instance, the same for your gammon hizagiri or your inside low kick, your inside geden, as for the kakagiri or the ushiri mawashigiri. You have to be in a proper position, you have to be in a proper stance before you can actually throw the technique, and that's very, very important. And that's probably one of the most important stuff within karate. Try to think about the basics, try to think about the beginnings, and then you can go on and evolving it into a next stage for yourself or for your students as well. So this was really good. I really enjoyed it. And we will see you on Super Saturday, where we have Jean-Paul Jacot, a very good guy, very nice human being, amazing fighter. And if if you're interested in how he is or what he does, find him on YouTube. There's quite a few things of him already.
Something shared on the BKK page today, funnily enough, of him dropping someone in the British Open. So check it out. It's on Instagram.
Yeah, very true. And then we will see you Saturday. If you guys wanna join me, just let us know. Awesome work, guys. Everybody can be unmuted again.
Oh yes, well done, guys. Super effort.
Thank you again.
No worries.
Awesome work.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you. Thank you. Thank you,
much.
Thank you, everybody.
See you Saturday.
We'll do. Enjoy your week. Cheers, John.
Boys, you guys.
Great job. Thank you.
Cheers.
Very much. See you Saturday.
Well done, Bernardo. Oh, I didn't see you earlier.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Always, always welcome, Michael.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks a lot.
Well
Cheers,
done,
Cheers.
Andrew.
Thank you. See you Saturday.
Cheers, Andrew.
Bye.
How was the spinning in the hallway there? Okay? Did you have enough room?
A few adjustments. No excuses, right?
Yeah, exactly. Make it work. Good job, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Cheers.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, Frederick, for bringing everybody along.
Very cool.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's nice to be here. It's excellent.
Good.
Thank you.
Very pleased to have you as always.
Yeah. Hopefully you can open up the dojo soon again without the restrictions of the one person.
We had a local breakout here in a school nearby, so that's why we choose to close the dojo, because quite a few of our students are in that school as well, so we don't want to
Nice one.
spread it. So
responsibility there at that time. So nice one.
Yeah, and worst case, you've got other options.
Like KRT.
excellent option with this. So it's
as a last resort, them really scraping the barrels.
we will see you Saturday.
Yeah, cool. Look forward to it.
Right. Thank you so much.
No worries. Catch you later, Ted. You too, my man.
Bye,
See you later. Good to see you again, Jeff.
Huh?
Good to see you again. How's your hips?
Hips are good. It's my ankles which cause me a little discomfort.
Yeah,
really? Okay.
Yeah.
You said last week they're swelling up, right?
Sorry?